What's up, guys, and welcome back to Basement Boyz Podcast for the first time in months. We're back in the studio, home for Christmas. Zach's home for the foreseeable future.
Yeah. Happens.
Why don't we go ahead? You want to talk about what's going on in our lives? Or no?
No.
Okay.
Well, there's not a lot going on in my life. I'm just kind of chilling for a little bit.
He's Zach's becoming a businessman.
Businessman. Business moves.
He's about his business.
Entrepreneur.
Man. I'm home from college. First semester of WVU went pretty well. So that's all good and dandy.
Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and get right into it?
Ooh.
We saw this on TikTok. The guys at BDGE did this. It is who played for what team? I don't think that'll focus. No, it won't. But it's a grid of 6 NBA teams, and each team has a corresponding player that has played for 2 teams. So it's like a tic-tac-toe grid, and there's 6 teams on here: the Celtics, 76ers, and Cavs. And then on the other grid, on the corresponding grid, there's Lakers, Thunder, Nets. And you have to find one player that has played for each of those teams and see how many you can get.
Alright.
So we're going to start right off here. Where do you want to start, first of all? Do you want to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Let's do that, yeah.
Alright. This is kind of an easy one. Nets, Celtics.
I will take Kyrie Irving.
Can you take someone else?
Probably could, but why can't I take Kyrie?
Okay, take Kyrie.
Okay, I'll take
Kyrie. So you got one down already. Nets, 76ers.
Julius Erving. Come on, man. Come on.
Nets, Cavs.
Nets, Cavs. Jarrett Allen.
Good one.
Yeah.
You're going pretty fast through this.
Yeah. That one took a little hesitation.
Here's a good one. Thunder, Celtics.
Kendrick Perkins. Come on. As soon as you said those 2 teams, it kind of clicked. Was that the one I wasn't supposed to get?
No.
Okay.
76ers, Thunder.
76ers, Thunder.
Is this one getting you?
Yeah, because it's like, okay, 76ers.
Current player. I'm going to give you 45 seconds.
Okay.
And then
I'll strike out on that one if I don't get it. Okay. Celtics, Thunder. No, is it
Sixers, Thunder.
Sixers, Thunder. Okay.
35 seconds left. What?
Nerlens Noel.
Did he play for the Sixers? Okay, yeah, he did. I wasn't thinking of him. Harden.
Oh, come on. Yeah. You should honestly not give me that.
Here's the good one. Cavs, Thunder.
Cavs, Thunder.
I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to
2
pick this one,
minutes?
just because of how confident I am.
Okay.
Starting now.
All right. Thunder.
I'll give you a hint about him at the minute mark.
Okay.
Or at the 30-second mark.
30-second mark.
Think this generation.
Okay.
Like we've watched him play.
Okay.
What are you thinking right now?
Thinking Rondo, that's not it.
That is not it.
Cavs, Thunder. Not Chris Paul. Chris Paul didn't play for the
Similar
Cavs.
age, though. Oh.
Not D-Wade, not George Hill.
I'll give you another team he played for at a minute.
Okay.
Okay, he played for the Miami Heat as well.
Okay. Caps Thunder. He played for the Heat as well.
50 seconds.
Oh, shoot.
What are you thinking?
I don't know what I'm thinking here.
Do you want to give up?
I got 40 seconds left. I can pull something, right? Caps Thunder.
Any ideas?
Kent Bazemore.
Kent Bazemore?
I don't think he played for the Cavs though, or the Thunder, honestly.
He didn't play for you.
Yeah. Not Horford.
10, 9, 8, 7.
It's gonna kill me when you say it.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Reggie
1.
Bullock.
Was not Reggie Bullock. It is Dion
Waiters. Dion Waiters. So big fat X
big
in
fat
that
X
box.
on that one. That was the one I knew that was gonna get you.
Yeah.
Lakers Celtics.
Lakers Celtics. Rondo.
Yep. Sixers Lakers.
Sixers Lakers.
I think this is a pretty good one too.
You think so? It's tough because like so much young talent's gone to the Sixers and the Lakers at the same time.
I just realized I didn't put one white player down.
That's alright. Who cares? Who cares about them? Sixers, Lakers.
I'm confident about this one too.
Oh, you are? I think you should be.
I'll give you a minute.
Okay. At 30 seconds, you should tell me if it's a big man or not. George Niang.
No.
Is it a current guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
For sure.
I think he is. I haven't watched the NBA much this season, so I don't know. If
That's
he's-
fair.
At 30 seconds, you want his position?
Yeah.
He's a shooting guard / small forward.
Oh, well, that just negates everything I was thinking.
You got 20 seconds.
It might have to be another X, honestly.
I'll give you. He's a light skin. Isn't currently on either team. I don't think. Unless he's still on the Sixers. Final guess?
I got nothing.
Danny Green.
Danny Green. Very forgettable guy.
Very forgettable guy. Last one, Cavs Lakers.
Larry Nance Jr.
Why did you think of him immediately? And not LeBron James?
I wanted to go outside the box.
Okay.
I obviously thought about LeBron, but...
Alright. And at the end of it, you went 7 for 9.
Worse than I thought I was going to do.
Pretty solid overall. Tell me when this is in frame or not.
It's in frame. Go down a little bit. Yeah.
So, Kyrie, Dr. J, Jared Allen. I had originally, the answers I put down were Paul Pierce, Ben Simmons, Kyrie, Perkins, Harden, Dion Waiters, Rondo, LeBron, and Danny Green. So, pretty similar to what I put down, other than mixed up the Kyrie thing and Jared Allen, Dr. J, and Nerlens Noel.
Nerlens Noel was pulled out of my butt.
That was a shout and a half.
Yeah.
We have missed a hell of a lot.
Yeah. Riveting
stuff. We have missed a hell of a lot in the sports world, so why don't we just go sport by sport and talk about the major things that we've missed.
Yeah.
Basketball. We haven't really missed much in the NBA world, there's kind of what we thought was going to happen. Other than the Sacramento Kings have made a really big push.
Yeah.
And the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, the Jazz are going crazy right now.
Donovan Mitchell, who I don't think we covered before we left here, is a front runner for the MVP this year, a top 5 guy. It's really, I think in the East, there's about 3 or 4 teams that are running away with it.
Yeah.
It's the Bucks, Celtics, Cavs, and honestly, Pacers. Even like they don't really have a lot of star power.
Yeah, they're really consistent.
They're really consistent, and Tyrese Halliburton's breaking out into a real contributor on that team.
Breaking out like a middle schooler, man. Just.
In the West, though, Lakers are awful.
They're not as bad as people thought.
I don't think they're good.
No.
They're a first-round exit at best.
Yeah.
I think LeBron retires in 2 years.
Yeah.
How much longer is on his contract?
I think 2 or 3.
Okay, I think he retires at the end of his contract. And I think the Milwaukee Bucks go back to the NBA Finals and beat the Portland Trail Blazers in 5 to win it all.
I got the Pels and the Nets.
And the Nets.
And I got the Pels in 6.
Pels in 6.
Yeah.
How about Zion Williamson having a huge year?
Huge year.
Breakout year.
Why
don't you go ahead and tell him your...
So, July 11th, I think it was. On July 11th.
At a lake house. In Sutton, West Virginia.
Zion Williamson was a plus 8,000 candidate for the MVP. As of right now, he's plus 2,300. That's big. If you don't understand, that's big. So, a bet that would have won you roughly, what, $4,000?
Yeah.
For $100?
Yeah.
Would have won you, will now win you $2,000. So, I called it.
Well, no, to win you $8,000 and then 23 or 2,300.
Yeah.
So it's went down almost 4 times.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is, I have a crystal ball and you don't. So get with it.
Why don't we, talking about sports betting, why don't we go ahead and get to our locks of the week? We haven't done this segment since probably, I don't even think we did this consistently when we were live back in August. Speaking of which, we are going to be live January, I'm pretty sure it's 6th. It is the 1-year anniversary of Basement Boyz Podcast. Some stuff's in the works. We're going to try to get Chase Stringer and Austin Conway, friends of the show, back on. They don't know about it yet, so if they're watching, that's news to them. But we're going to do a whole thing, rank quarterbacks, bring in maybe a few special guests that have been on the show before throughout the show. Big plans for that.
We might do like a...
Disappointed that there's no Mike Leach tribute.
Rest in peace.
Honestly, nice. He was like, I didn't even realize that he had been coaching for that. He was honestly pretty young too.
Yeah.
He coached forever. You know, he was in Friday Night Lights. He made a cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His offense is part of the reason I fell in love with football. Not his offense directly, but the offense that came from his air raid system. Just a little shout. If you knew that.
Really sad story.
Yeah.
Nice guy too, from what I've heard.
Just a football guy.
Anyways, back into locks of the week. What's your lock of the week we got here?
So I got a little SGP, same game parlay. Plus 378 odds.
Okay.
So $10 will win you about $50.
Yeah.
So Steven Adams, his line is 7.5 points. I'm taking the over.
I like that.
Nick Jokic.
What's his matchup?
Jokic, yeah.
Slow guy. Steven Adams is pretty athletic.
Yeah. Jokic is really a little soft in the gullet, if you know what I mean.
Not a really not a really
lockdown guy.
Not a really big defender.
Jokic, his line is 0.5 made threes. I'm taking the over.
I like that.
Gonna have a track meet tonight, and John Conchar, his line for points is 7.5. I'm taking the under. He hasn't hit it in 6 games. Tough matchup in the paint too, so I took the under.
I like that.
Landon, how about you?
Let me get into mine here real quick. Leave it to me to be unprepared.
How about Domantas Sabonis last night, by the way? I think it was 28 and 22 and 6 assists. So, just crazy numbers.
Jordan Clarkson. Okay, so my lock of the week is plus 387.
That's crazy.
Okay, so it's going on right now. It's not looking too well, but it's not really. Like, I mean, it can.
That's not bad.
So it's Jordan Clarkson. It's tonight's game that's on right now. It's in the second quarter right now. Jordan Clarkson over 2.5 threes. He's made 0, and it's the 6 minute. It's the 6 minutes left in the second half here, or second quarter. Sorry. And then Lauri Markkanen over 7.5 rebounds. You don't know how many he has? 0.
Oh, that's tough.
And then Jaden Ivey over 11.5 points.
He's got some. He's got 5, right?
It does not say on here, but let's check the box score real quick.
Just use the NBA app.
Jaden Ivey.
He's got 5.
Has 5. Honestly, Lauri Markkanen can have 8 rebounds in 2 quarters. That's not really that much because he's their starting center. Jordan Clarkson can heat up at any time.
Yeah.
Like it's still a pretty good odds. I mean, I'm not too nervous yet.
No.
But let's just disregard that one. My actual lock of the week. That was just my facade one. That was
the caveat.
Yeah, that's the caveat. Plus 270. A little lower odds, but I think this one's pretty...
A little more confident.
Yeah. Nikola Jokic, over 0.5 threes. Wow, lock of the week. Nikola Jokic, over 0.5 threes. Like you said, track meet. I think it's going to be a really fast-paced game.
Get your running shoes ready.
Again, going on with that, Jokic over 10 rebounds.
Okay.
Plus 10 rebounds.
I think him and Adams are both going to have big games on the boards.
I think there's going to be a lot of shot attempts because it's going to be a very fast-paced game.
Yeah.
And in turn, Jokic is going to get a lot of rebounds. I was thinking plus 12, but the payout increase wasn't really...
wasn't worth it.
Wasn't worth it to go up those 2 rebounds. And then for the third leg, I have Tyus Jones under 4.5 assists. The last 4 games, he's put up 1 assist a game, and then 4 games ago, he had 3 assists. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty confident about that.
And I'm not allowed to talk about my third leg on the air.
Never mind. Why don't we just move on here with some? Let's pull it up here. My notes for this episode. Podcast notes. What?
One of the file saves on his computers is the baby ha sound effect.
So now we have locks, grid game, some college basketball.
Ooh, love college basketball. This year is crazy. So much parity, so much going on.
UNC,
you gotta love it.
Is falling off a cliff. Gonzaga, some of the same. Mm-hmm. Purdue has came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Zach Edey, as much as I hate him, don't hate him as much as Drew Timme though, or Oscar Tshiebwe. Purdue is a really big front runner when they go on runs and hit a lot of shots like they did against West Virginia. I think they're probably one of the most unstoppable teams in the country because you got to think. I mean, they're a very an offensive team, and when you have 7'5" Zach Edey catching I mean, there's not really it's not like the NBA where there's 7-foot guys are really common.
Yeah.
It's a lot of 6'10", 6'9" centers, and you have 7'5" Zach Edey out there who has almost a foot of advantage on rebounds. So I think they're going to be a real heavy hitter come March, and I'd like to see WVU match up against them again.
Speaking of March, you think it's too early to give a Final Four?
I don't think so. I mean, it's a little early, but we're about, what are we, a third through the season?
Yeah.
I don't think WVU can really make a push for the Final Four. We kind of lack star power, which that's always been a thing with Bob Huggins, is he doesn't really aspire to have a star player.
Right.
I mean, we've had players like Deuce McBride, Deshaun Butler, Javon Carter, but they also, all those players were they hustled.
Yeah.
They were team oriented, played defense. You don't really have a player like who's a streaky player in college, like
Anthony Black.
Yeah. Yeah. Very like you don't have a lot of guys that'll go 21-1.
Right.
There's a lot of guys that'll go like 10-4-4.
Yeah.
More get everybody involved more so than just themselves, which that's just the way Bob Huggins has always coached, and I think that's the way he'll continue to coach because it's worked so well for him.
Yeah.
Final Four though.
All right, I'm starting off with the two orange teams, Texas, Tennessee.
Texas and Tennessee.
You know what? More orange. Give me UVA too.
UVA.
Mhm.
What's your four slot there?
I'm gonna fill it out with Memphis.
Memphis. I like that. Amani Bates is tearing it up at he's at EMU, right?
Yeah, EMU.
He is tearing it up at EMU. I don't know. I mean, he got out of prison and just torched the NCAA. Let me look at the top 25 here and see, so I don't leave anybody out. NCAA, this is the AP. I think Purdue's going to get there.
Okay.
Give me Arizona. They've looked great without Benedict Mather.
Yeah.
Really adjusting well with that. Honestly, even though they lost so many players in the draft, give me Arkansas.
Okay.
And then finish it out with Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a big Vol guy.
Mhm.
I went to the Georgia-Tennessee game. My dad went to the University of Tennessee, so we got tickets and went to that. Great game, terrible outcome if you're a Tennessee fan. But anyways, my Final Four prediction is Purdue, Arizona, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Those are my four teams.
I got a question about the Georgia-Tennessee game. So, Darnell Washington. His ass looks huge on TV. You know, like you can tell he's got a very powerful body.
He's got some spring in him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like that in person? His ass?
I mean, like, there's, at UGA Stadium, it's sort of, you walk in and it goes down. Okay. Because the field is kind of recessed into the ground. And then there's a second deck, like how there is at Milan Pusker WVU Stadium. And then there's a third deck. Right. And we were at the last row of the third deck, and we paid $800 for our seats.
So there was not a lot of assage up there.
Not a lot of assage up there. Okay. Darnell Washington, though, did look huge from about 700 yards away. I mean, absolute unit of a guy.
We lost the view.
Absolute unit of a guy. Made a couple plays, too, that game. I will say, loudest game I've ever been to. Really? I mean, that stadium has a capacity of 92,000 fans. It does not disappoint. That the first third down of that game, I got literal goosebumps because of how loud that damn stadium was. Yeah. Moving on along though, keeping in with college football. We missed the entire season of college football, wrapping up bowl games and the playoff right now. there's so much to talk about with WVU, the Big 12, the playoff coming up, Marshall kind of having a resurgence. Teams like Notre Dame kind of falling down a little bit, which I've never really been high on Notre Dame just due to their non-conference play. Teams like Ohio State kind of disappointing in some aspects. Teams like TCU lighting it up, having a losing in the Big 12 championship to Kansas State without sneaking in at the third spot. What's your final take on just the general status of college football?
The transfer portal is a good thing because without it, it's everything's so lopsided right now. And you have guys that are saying, well, why would I want to be a backup on this really lopsided team?
If I can go
somewhere and compete, yeah. So you're not going to see. You saw it happen with Bama already.
Yeah.
You're not going to see the same team in the championship every year.
Yeah.
Like TCU is in the. I don't know how well their transfers are, but
they got some studs.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, it's not as one-sided right now. College football isn't, and I really like that. I really do. But the SEC, something else still. LSU, Georgia, Tennessee, Bama, Ole Miss, even Mississippi State.
If LSU was in the Big 12, they'd win it by a very high margin.
Yeah.
It's just SEC teams are on a different level. They always have been, and I think they will be for a very long time.
The ACC's really good too.
ACC's on the come up.
Yeah.
UNC kind of having a resurgence.
Florida State.
Florida State, I think, has a very promising future.
Their O-line's really good.
Yeah. And holy shit, Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Jumping ship and going to the University of Colorado Buffaloes. 1990s. What were they? Champions? 1999? 97?
I wouldn't lie.
They were national champions in the 90s, yeah.
That was Nebraska.
No. It was. I think they did too.
Oh, okay.
Anyways. He has so many recruits.
Has Travis Hunter...
Travis Hunter's went. Shadur Sanders has went. There's probably about 8-10 other guys from Jackson State that can compete on a D1 level that are going up there. Also, the amount of people on Twitter, players, 5 stars, 4 stars, having Twitter conversations with Deion Sanders is insane. I just don't know if... What is it?
Jordan Clarkson has hit 2 threes.
I told you he could go on a tear. Anyways, I think if you have that much talent, I think it's hard to harness all of it and develop all of it into one working, well-oiled machine.
I agree.
You kind of see that. You saw that with who's the
Nets.
The Nets.
Yeah.
Putting together a huge super team and a lot of well-known guys, a lot of
personalities.
A lot of personalities. If I were to give the example, 5 stars.
Yeah.
Similar to very, very full of themselves, very confident in their abilities. I think you might have that with Colorado, and honestly, I could see them going 6-8, 7-7,
yeah,
very mediocre years, very mediocre year.
Yeah, I agree.
WVU, let's just talk about them for a bit, even though I don't really want to. I predicted we would have around 8 to 9 wins.
I said 6.
I said, what did we finish with, 5?
Yeah.
WVU football. Let's look at... It was a very odd season. It really was. What is it?
We hit.
Hit it?
Yep.
Nice. So, first game of the year, it honestly looked really promising. We go into Pittsburgh, number 17 Pittsburgh, lose by 7 on a game-losing interception or a game-losing incompletion with time expiring.
Yeah.
Reese Smith has also now left West Virginia.
Thank God.
Yeah. I was not
Mr.
really
Pump Muffer.
He probably muffed about 4 to 5 punts over the course of the year, and he wasn't the starting punt returner for the last 4 games. Lose by 7. I was fine with that loss because it's a top 20 team away game, and it's the most amount of people ever at Acrisure Stadium ever.
Really?
It's the most people in sports events, not in like concerts or music events or anything. Most sports fans ever at Acrisure Stadium during that game. I was fine with that loss by 7 on the road, top 20 team. Now Kansas, it was a little dicey that game.
Yeah.
Lost by 14, or lost by 12. It really 13. Sorry. It really was a close game until the end. We were down 7. JT Daniels throws a pick 6 in overtime to Kansas to lose that game. Pouring the rain that game, JT Daniels throws 365 passing yards. I was okay with that.
Yeah.
Because we had a very, at least at that point in the year, we had a very air raid sort of offense that we were all pretty confident and optimistic in. JT Daniels throws 365 yards in the piss and rain. Towson, that's a bye week basically. We won by 60 points. Virginia Tech I was happy with, even though we kind of controlled that game with the run game as well. So I was kind of worried about when we had to face teams in crunch time how our offense would do.
Yeah.
With like it relying on things like the status of Bryce Ford Wheaton's hands, or how well the Caden Prather JT Daniels connection had went, or that sort of thing. Texas, we did not look good. I didn't think we were gonna win. It's on the road, lost by 18 points. That game really exposed how bad our defense was, I think, and how, along with the Kansas game, because we let Kansas put up 55 on us. Granted, one of those was a pick 6, but I don't. We looked good early in the Kansas game, but I think we kind of just let our foot off the gas pedal on defensive wise. Offensively, I don't think we did at all. We scored every time. We scored every possession we had that game, except going into halftime because we just ran out the clock, and the last possession of overtime. Like I said, Texas was, we just didn't look good offensively or defensively. I think they jumped out to a 21-0 lead at one point, and then we kind of clawed our way back as they were trying to burn clock. Run 3 times, punt, run 3 times, punt. I think we got a few over the top that game. Baylor, I was really pleasantly surprised with how good the defense played that game. Even though we let up 40, we had some really crucial plays. We had an interception late in that game. We had another, I think it was a turnover on downs after that interception that really clinched the game. Still, there was a lot to be desired within the defense that game because you let up 40 points to an unranked Baylor at home. At Texas Tech, we got demolished. I don't know why or how or what even happened that game, because honestly, all of our games have been pretty close. You have a 1-possession game, a 2-possession game, barring a late pick 6. All of our losses were 1 to 2 possessions prior to this Texas Tech game, and we lose by 38 on the road. I really don't understand that. That's one thing I really had a gripe with. Yeah. This entire year. That's the one thing I couldn't wrap my finger around, is how we lost to them that bad, and we could stick with teams like Pitt on the road and TCU at home. That's another game that I wasn't mad at the result, because number 7 TCU coming in to Morgantown, we were down 3, minute left, 4th and 1. Max Duggan throws a fade ball. Yeah. And that goes for a touchdown. I actually won $30 off of that touchdown because it hit the over. not much to say about Iowa State. We always play terrible in Ames. Right side of that game, Garrett Green plays well. And then you go into the last 3 weeks of the season, which was very up and down. We beat Oklahoma for the first time ever in the Big 12. We're then 4-6. Green has 138 passing yards and 119 rushing yards. I think 3 total touchdowns on the game, or 2 total touchdowns on the game, and it set up a Casey Legg game-winning field goal in the pouring rain. Way worse than Kansas was. Then you go into Thanksgiving weekend, or the Saturday before Thanksgiving. Number 15 Kansas State comes into town and kind of controls the whole game, gets up big. Casey Legg had an off game this game. It was mostly because of the holder. But for some reason, Kansas State just controlled the entire game, ran the ball on us as they wanted. Deuce Vaughn was just amazing. Let me look how many. It doesn't say here. But I think, was it this game? I think it was Sam James had a big game this against Kansas State. I think it was either 2 or 3 touchdowns. It was senior night, so I was glad to see him get some. But still, nonetheless, a 17-point loss. Then we go into last week of the season. We're 4-7. There's no chance we make a playoff push or a bowl push at all. We beat Oklahoma State by 5 on the road, which we have never beaten Oklahoma State on the road ever.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of history being made this year, a lot of records being kept. The Baylor has never beaten WVU in Morgantown. We beat Oklahoma for the first time in the Big 12. We beat Oklahoma State on the road for the first time. We get slaughtered by Texas Tech. It's a very wishy-washy, up and down sort of season, and I'm kind of at this point I don't really know what to think of it.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to think of the future. I don't know if we're going to lose a lot of recruits. I don't know what the status of Neil Brown's going to be. I don't know what our quarterback situation is going to be, whether it's
that's a weird one.
Whether it's keep Garrett Green or start the true sophomore Nico, or there's a lot to be left up to chance, and I'm kind of nervous yet excited to see where it goes because we have nothing to lose at this point. It's one of the worst records we've had in at least probably a decade. I think we had a two win season with Rich Rod, but other than that, I don't think we ever had a season below 500 before. We had one last year when we played Mini in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. But I mean, it's just you can only trust the climb so much before Neil Brown has to make a major change or Neil Brown has to leave. And there's a lot of shady shit going on right now with the university, as in who's making what calls on the football team. Is it Gordon? Is it Guy Gordon Gee, the university president? Is it his doing for a lot of these hirings? What was the deal with Shane Lyons' abrupt departure? There's a lot behind the scenes stuff that's kind of shady that you don't really know what's going on. There's just a lot to unpack there, and the future's very uncertain for WVU football.
Yeah.
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 I spoke for a very long time just now.
It's okay.
But
we can do some.
Let's see what we got next here. NFL.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some NFL?
Oh yeah.
So, honestly, I'm okay with the Dolphins right now.
I'm very okay with the Vikings.
Yeah.
Right now.
I was not high on the Vikings. I was I think I remember it was one of our last episodes before our little hiatus,
Mhm.
and I said to you after you said the Vikings were going to win the North, I was like, I'll believe it when I see it, and
Yeah.
I have seen it.
You've seen it.
And I'm reading it and weeping. So honestly, I'm glad to see the Packers start to take a downturn. I'm just very on it. Packers are third in the division too, aren't they?
Yeah, they should be.
Behind the Lions.
Lions, yeah.
Honestly, Lions could make a playoff push. I'd like
Yeah.
to see them win a playoff game or two. Defense, there's a lot to be desired there, though.
Yeah. Go ahead, pull up that picture.
Oh God, is it the one you sent me on Snap?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Is this going to be something I can show the camera?
Yeah.
I don't think I could show that. Is that your defensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm not showing that. I don't even think I can say that. Anyways, Dolphins. We've had started off the season great. Tua played amazing against the Ravens. 6 touchdown game, 400, almost a 500-yard game. One against the Bills.
And then he fell and bonked his head.
Yeah. Then falls on the turf, which honestly, the NFL slip film turf
Yeah.
is the worst. Turf in general is terrible to play on. I think that's a reason so many guys from our high school got injured, is because we played on a very low quality turf that was basically like playing on concrete with a layer of carpet over it.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on all the Tua drama, but he comes back week 7, has a great game. I think he had 3 touchdowns against the Lions. Or no, it was who was it? Shoot. We lost to the Jets, Bengals, and there was another team in there. Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tua comes back against it was another NFC North team, it was the Bears.
Yeah.
He plays well against the Bears. We win a close one. Justin Fields had a career game that game. We still won the game by 3, even though there was some questionable reffing that game.
Yeah.
And some bailouts by the refs for sure. Then Tua goes on to win 5 consecutive, and then come into week 14 against, or no, not week 14, week 11 against the San Francisco 49ers. And that's honestly the worst game of Tua I have watched since he has been in the NFL.
Wait, are you talking about... Wait,
Niners.
Oh, the Niners.
I don't think he had a completion in the first quarter.
What?
2 interceptions, a fumble.
Yeah.
1 touchdown.
And he was almost as bad against the Chargers.
No, honestly, it wasn't as bad against the Chargers, but the 49ers are just an insane defense overall as well.
Yeah.
But they just made Tua look absolutely awful. Then you go into the next week with the Chargers. Not as bad as a game, but there was still there was a lot left out there points wise by Tua. A lot of overthrows, a lot of underthrows, a lot of decreased pocket awareness, which is kind of shocking by him because he's always been very aware of where he is in the pocket and making good decisions. That's one thing about Tua that I like a lot, and I would not touch or change is his awareness, his pocket presence, and his decision making. He's barring the Chargers and Niners game.
Yeah.
Then you go into this most recent week, Bills at Bills.
Yeah.
In the freezing cold, and it pisses the snow. We lose off a Tyler Bass game-winning field goal. It stung. I wasn't mad at it, though.
Right.
Best team, arguably, in football. And we lose by a game-winning field goal. And the reffing was very questionable. There's a couple pass interference calls on the Dolphins that I think could have just been left as hand fighting, and there were a lot of pass interference calls that weren't called against the Bills.
Yeah.
It's very, throughout this year, the defense has been very subpar. You couldn't ask for a better defensive front when it comes to Emmanuel Ogbah, who's now out for the year. He tore his pectoral a couple weeks ago. But honestly, that injury didn't really matter because it opened opportunities for guys like Melvin Ingram and Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips is having an amazing year. He's a dog. I'll just say it.
He got it in him.
Melvin Ingram's also been having a sort of resurgence of a year this year after kind of bouncing around the league for a bit.
Bradley Chubb
has done solid in the couple games he's played for us. He's still learning the scheme.
Yeah.
I feel like next year he'll probably have a pretty good year. And he's coming off injury from last year. But still, Bradley Chubb, he also brings a lot in the pass coverage game because guys like Melvin Ingram and Jalen Phillips aren't really good coverage guys, but Bradley Chubb can kind of do it. He can't really cover receivers, but I feel like if you really needed him to, he could cover some running backs and tight ends.
And like a flat from like a fullback.
Yeah. Javon Holland is having an amazing year. Pro Bowl Javon Holland. I'm saying it right now.
You know the leading vote recipient in the NFC was Jay Jettis. So.
You know who the leading vote overall is?
Is it Reek?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It was as of a couple days ago. I'm not sure if it still is, but he had like 1 million and some votes. I'd like to see what he can. If the game still was being played like it used to, I would have loved to see what Tua could have done with all of those weapons and an amazing offensive line.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts for the playoffs? What are your predictions?
Okay. Vikings win it all.
Vikings win it all?
I mean, come on. We've already been through so much adversity. Came back in almost every game we've played. Almost every game we've played has been single possession victory. And the ones that haven't have been just weird losses where we were just really inconsistent. I don't think we bring that inconsistency to the playoffs. And I think we string along either some really good victories or all of them. And I think we can do it this year.
I like it. They're just down the line. There's teams like Dallas and Philadelphia that have both beaten the Vikings pretty convincingly.
The only team I'm scared to play is in the AFC, and it's the Chiefs. So.
Is in the AFC, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought you said NFC. Honestly, I think Dolphins are either a first round exit or a divisional exit.
Yeah.
I think we win out. I think we finish at 11-6.
If you play the right teams in the playoffs, you could push.
Honestly, I think if we play like the Bengals or somebody, I think that there's a very solid chance of us moving on to the next round and then playing possibly Buffalo or maybe who's another Tennessee. I think Tennessee's winning their division right now.
Yeah, they are, but they're not going to. I got the Jags pulling that out.
Really?
I mean, the Titans are stinky. I mean, do you watch them? They're terrible.
No.
I hate the Titans.
Why do you hate the Titans so much?
They're just terrible for me to watch. It's like watching Nikola Jokic play basketball. You don't enjoy it.
It's like a tub of mayonnaise.
Yeah, you don't enjoy
it just
that.
Happens.
It just happens sometimes.
Speaking of happens, there's a lot of bowl games happening.
Yeah. We just watched one.
Eastern
Idaho Potato Bowl.
Yeah. So I'm going to pull up a list of bowl games and make up 3 names.
Okay.
Or make up 2 names and going to say a real bowl game.
Okay.
You're going to have to pick which name you think is the real name of the bowl game.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull up a list of bowl games here.
I know a lot of them, so just be warned.
I'm gonna get some good ones.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
The Puerto Rico Bowl,
Okay.
the Bahamas Bowl,
Okay.
and the Turks Bowl.
The Bahamas Bowl is the real one.
Okay, that's the real one.
Yeah.
Let me get some. I don't have a full list here. The Camellia Bowl,
Okay.
the Camellia Bowl,
Okay.
or the Camellia Bowl.
And how is the last one spelled?
COM.
Okay.
You thought it was.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the last one just because of that.
It's not.
Okay.
It's the Camellia Bowl.
Okay.
The Quicken Loans Bowl.
Okay.
The Air Force Bowl.
Okay.
Or the Ford Motors Bowl.
You know, it's definitely between Quicken Loans and Ford Motors. Well, Quicken Loans.
It
It's
is.
real. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is. I think I saw that the other day. The Moon Bowl.
Okay.
The Sun Bowl.
Okay.
And the California Bowl.
Ooh. I feel like the Moon Bowl would be cool. I'm gonna say Moon Bowl.
It's the Sun Bowl.
Oh, okay. Okay.
UCLA and Pitt play in it.
Oh, that shouldn't be a bad game.
Let me find a good one here. The Mississippi Bowl.
Okay.
The Riley Quest Bowl.
Okay.
And the Cuties Orange Bowl. Cuties Orange. Not orange.
What? Well, cuties aren't oranges, so I know
Yes,
it's not that
but
one.
not the Orange Bowl.
Right. So they're technically tangerines. So I'm gonna go to the Mississippi Bowl.
It is not. It's the Riley Quest Bowl.
Oh, the Riley Reid Bowl, whatever you said.
Where's some more? The Boston Bowl,
Okay.
the Fenway Bowl,
Okay.
and the New York City Bowl.
Fenway.
It is the Fenway.
Do they play it at Fenway?
It is at Fenway.
That's that makes
Louisville
sense.
beat Cincinnati 24-7 in that.
Okay.
The Party Bowl,
Mm.
the Celebration Bowl, and the Happy Bowl.
Celebration.
It is the Celebration Bowl.
Yeah.
The Oakland Bowl,
Okay.
the Pasadena Bowl, or the Oakland Bowl.
So.
Yeah, obviously, you know it's not the last one.
Yeah, because you said it twice.
I did.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Pasadena Bowl. Pat.
Wait, no, I said.
You said Oakland Bowl twice.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Okay, Oakland Bowl, LA Bowl, or Pasadena Bowl.
All right, Pat. Give me Pasadena Bowl.
It is not. It's the LA Bowl. The Texas Bowl,
Yeah.
the Frisco Bowl,
Mhm.
or the Southern Texas Bowl.
The Frisco Bowl.
It is the Frisco
Yeah.
Bowl. And ending it off here, the Mexico Bowl, the North Mexico Bowl, or the New Mexico Bowl.
New Mexico.
It is the New Mexico Bowl.
I think we should play some games on
Play
the
some
internet,
games?
like Pop Tropica.
Let's get up some tabs here for. No.
Midget.
No.
I don't think I played Dribble. Which one's this?
Dribble game.
Oh, yeah. I'll put you on this one. I just forgot. I just
It's not bad.
don't be playing
Let me
it.
go on my. It's not like giving me the suggestions. Okay. Dribble,
Dribble.
Pirtle,
And Edo.
Weddle. You want to do NBA guess too?
Yeah.
Okay.
NBA guess is one of my favorites.
Let's bring it over here. To small face cam, screen capture, trigger. So we have put it right there. Mikal Bridges to Duncan Robinson.
Okay.
So Phoenix Suns to Duncan, and Mikal Bridges has only played for the Phoenix Suns, and Duncan Robinson has only played for the Heat. So
Right.
it's someone on one of those two teams.
Biyombo?
Bismack Biyombo.
Has he played for the Heat?
I don't think he played for the Heat. So I'm thinking last year. Oh, maybe Kelly Olynyk. Is that a? Has he ever played for the
Suns? I
for
don't
the
think
Suns?
so. I really don't think so.
How long has Mikal Bridges been a
Well,
Sun?
his whole career, but he got drafted by Philly, but I don't think that counts.
When though? Like what year?
What year?
Was Goran Dragic still there?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. So we got. Let's go from the Heat up.
Okay.
So let's find someone from the Heat that has played with Mikal Bridges. Not Jimmy Butler. Not Bam. Maybe someone that's not on either team right now that's played for both teams.
Right.
Not Hassan Whiteside. Maybe like a I'm thinking someone that's a journeyman.
Ish Smith?
Ish Smith has played for like 20
Yeah.
NFL or NBA teams. I don't think Ish Smith has ever played for the Heat though. I know he's played for the Suns.
Yeah.
What about no, Eric Bledsoe's never played for the Heat, has he?
No.
Okay. So this is a tough one. Not Hero. Maybe like Yurtseven or someone. Omer Yurtseven. How many teams does he play for? Or is he a rookie?
I think he's a rookie.
Or was a rookie last year?
Yeah.
The Martin brother. Is it Cody or Caleb? Has he ever played for the Suns?
Maybe. I think it's Caleb. It's on the Heat.
Should I go Caleb Martin?
Yeah.
No, not even in the slightest. Hasn't played for the Suns.
I would.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like has been on the Heat for a couple years maybe, or maybe it's a journeyman.
Has anyone on the Heat played for the Thunder in the recent years?
Victor Oladipo. Do you want to try to do it in 2 or 3 maybe?
Yeah, but I don't think that's recent enough because I was going to go Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. Oh, shit.
Or
I swear it's Kelly Olynyk.
try it.
No. I don't know why I thought he played for the Suns.
Okay, I'm thinking.
4 guesses. So
Okay, I'm thinking Jimmy, and then somebody that played for the Suns with Jimmy.
what if we go Ish Smith to someone?
Okay.
And think of Ish Smith teammates, because Ish Smith is going to be on here. What?
The fuck?
I thought he played for the Suns.
He done curly, but I thought he did recently.
I thought, or maybe it was before Bridges got drafted.
Probably.
So what if we go Chris Paul? Who's an older guy on that team? Is Roberson still on that roster even though he doesn't play?
I don't think so. I don't think he's on a roster. Try
I'm thinking CP3, someone Duncan Robinson or Jimmy Butler is someone Mikal Bridges.
That's what I was doing. Jimmy Butler is someone. I'm trying to think of. Can I look up the Suns roster real quick?
Yeah, that's not cheating. I don't think.
Who cares?
Are we stupid?
I think so.
Who are you?
I think Jay Crowder.
It is Jay Crowder. You're right. I thought of him too. It is Jay Crowder. Now, on to Pirtle. No silhouette or silhouette?
No silhouette.
Who's
who had a big game?
We were talking about him. We were talking about him earlier. What if we go Halliburton?
Let's go Halliburton.
Young guy. East.
So a forward.
Old. So 6. It could be a guard forward.
Yeah.
Older.
Kelly
not
Oubre.
in the sense. Who's he play for? Now?
The Hornets.
How old's he? He's older, right?
Yeah, he's older.
I thought he was like 6'8".
No, he's like 6'6".
Oh,
yeah.
What a shout.
Baby.
Okay. 6'6", 27. So who's 11? PJ Washington.
PJ Washington.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, so he's 10 or 11. It's not Hayward. That was a shout, by the way.
Yeah.
Hang
on, I gotta get this. I gotta get this.
Or 11 or 10. 11 or 10. Okay, so let's go through their
guard forward. 11 or 10.
Yeah. Not LaMelo. Not Rozier. Not Hayward. Not Oubre. Not Washington. What's
Cody Martin.
Cody Martin? Or is he too tall? He also might be a little too old. Let me go Cody.
Yeah.
It is Cody. Nice. Weddle. Or do you want to do NBA?
Oh yeah, let's keep it with him. Yeah.
Okay. Last played 95, 96. Averaged 2, 0, and 1.
So probably a wing. A shit wing. 85,
What's the
86.
most random 80s player you can think of?
Len Bias.
0, 0, 0. Last active never.
Try. Damn.
This is a tough one.
Western Conference. Yeah, because he's not good.
I'm just going to go Jordan because this is kind of not a lot of
Yeah.
information to go off of. Has sort of a breakout. So maybe he's a guard.
Yeah.
13, 3, and 6. 13, 3, 6. Western Conference.
He
got
Kevin
traded east back to west in 2 years. So maybe it's like a how long did Bibby? No, it's not Bibby. Bibby played till like 2005.
Yeah. Sam said we're getting banned. What are we getting banned for?
I have no clue.
Who cares?
Probably midget porn.
Oh well. Hey, if never mind.
No, don't say it.
Okay.
Shoot, this is a tough one. Do you want me to go another like random winger from the 90s and say
Yeah.
that? Okay, who was a good player in 1992? If you can think of that.
I don't know. That's weird. It's a weird year.
It is a weird year. Rolando Blackman.
I think that might be too late, but try it.
Is it Rolando or Rolando?
Rolando.
Pull it up here a little bit.
Alex English.
Oh, that's a shout. He averaged a double-double this year.
Oh, it's
He's
not
been
Alex
in the
English.
West, but it's in the West.
Yeah, he was a Nugget. I don't think it's him though.
They're in the West.
I know.
But you said he was a Nugget.
Yeah.
So should I try Alex English?
No.
Okay.
Because 10 assists.
Oh, true. Four boards though, so I feel like it's a pretty like a 6'6", 6'7" guy maybe. Oh, this is a weird year. What if it's like Horace Grant or someone?
You know, I've had Horace Grant in my mind.
But it's Wes. When did he join? Was he always with the Bulls before? Like, because he was on the 90. He was on the 91 team, so it can't be him. West. I'm thinking like Lakers.
Let's try a random Laker.
Who's a Laker from the 90s?
AC Green.
AC Green, that's a good one. Let's do Green. Okay, we were... Was it... Okay, Sacramento, Washington, Denver, Washington. So he played for Washington twice in his career. Is it Alex English?
No. Whoa. Is it? No.
Should I try it?
Yeah.
There were two guesses, so Alex... Nikhil Alexander Walker. Played for the Hornets, too.
So...
I don't know why Larry Johnson popped up. It's not him.
No.
Had a very, like, short prime. 1 year over 20 points. Stayed around the 15 mark for a couple years. This is tough.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get it. Okay.
I have a shout. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
Oh, my God. Or, oh, my Allah, if we're talking about him.
Is it Sharif Abdul-Rahim?
No, he played for the Grizz.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. It's not.
Damn.
Rauf.
That was a good shot, too.
Rauf. Oof.
I don't think it's
I thought it was Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
It was a good one.
Oh, but he was teammates with Alex English. Oh, that kind of makes sense because he was, yeah. Oh, what if it's, oh, he had a 2K card. It's like this, it might be a little too late. Like David something, maybe? Oh. I feel like it's David Robinson played for the Nuggets.
David Robinson. Yeah.
Or, no. I don't think it's any of these. It's
No.
not. What are you thinking?
I don't know what I'm thinking.
It's got to be a winger. I'm really Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. '90 to '96 with the Nuggets. Okay, yeah, it's not him. Are you on the 91 Denver roster?
No, I went the other route, but I think I got it.
Who is it?
I think it's Hersey Hawkins.
No. Michael Adams.
Okay. No. Don't know who that is.
I don't either. Well,
alright.
This is our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Football.
So,
I'm thinking
a quarterback.
I'm quarterback. Maybe since we were talking about it, you want to go Kirk?
Sure. Well, he's down to go Kirk.
Okay, not a quarterback, but
6'4",
young, big number. I'm thinking maybe like a big receiver, maybe
6'4",
like
6'5".
T. Higgins, maybe.
Try T. Higgins, yeah.
AFC North, 6'5".
So it's
middle aged.
tight end.
It is probably a tight end.
Yeah.
It is a tight end.
AFC North, Hayden Hurst.
Where does he play?
Oh, never mind. It's not Hayden Hurst.
Okay, so
It's not.
how old is Muth?
I think he's like 23 or younger.
Is that
Yeah, you can look at
Pat Fryermuth age? got a show to be running, Siri.
What's old Mark Andrews' number?
He was born in 98.
So, 25?
It could be him.
I'm thinking Mark Andrews. Does he not wear
He
88?
wears 89.
Okay.
Okay, so we got Mark Andrews as a candidate. Probably not Farmouth.
And then we got...
And Joki's 85. So Mark Andrews. You want to go Andrews?
Yeah.
Yep. Now hard mode.
I always start with
I
Lyle
love
Collins.
Lyle Collins?
Yeah.
I like that.
I usually, yeah. Okay. Offense. Short guy.
Young, low number. So it's not a it could be a receiver, but it's not like it's not a tight end
Right.
unless it's like it could be Kyle Pitts. No, because height. It could be a receiver with like a low number, maybe like a I don't think it's a tight end because of height. I think it's probably a running back.
So it's an NFC guy.
You want to go DeAndre Swift?
Sure.
I like DeAndre Swift.
Okay.
Or actually, I don't think it'll be Swift. So what if we go Jamal Williams? Running back, not NFC North. Shorter than 5. He's 5'9" or below. So it's really short. Considerably less than 30.
Tony Pollard?
Could be him. I think Tony Pollard's 5'10" though. It's not the North. So you got... Oh, you know who's a shout?
Who?
Eno Benjamin.
Is he on a roster, though?
Did he get released?
Yeah.
That's right. It's not Cam Akers. It's not him. It's not Henderson. It's not McCaffrey. It's not. Not
Is
Kenneth
it
Walker.
Gio Bernard?
I think Gio Bernard. Who does he play for now?
The Bucks. He's younger than 30, though, so it can't be Bernard. I don't think.
He's younger than 27.
Oh, that's the number. That's the number.
He's younger than 27, so
Okay.
it really can't be Bernard.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I like Pollard.
Ooh. How tall is David Montgomery?
Pretty short, too.
Oh, he's 32.
Yeah,
He's 32.
and it's the North, too.
Okay.
Okay.
Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Miles Sanders.
Kenneth Gainwell.
Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh.
That could be a shout. You want to go Kenneth Gainwell?
Yeah, let's go Kenneth
What number
Gainwell.
does he wear? Like, it's like
14.
14, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. What? Okay.
Oh, what a shout.
Let's go.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
You're 12 inches in the foot. I don't even know what he's talking about.
12 inches in my foot.
Anyways, back to this. So we got 2 major events in sports.
Yeah.
Let's go with the one that happened less recently.
Okay.
The World Series.
Yeah.
Houston
My Astros.
The cheater Houston Astros
Okay.
win once again, probably by cheating, and we'll figure out in 2 years that they cheated.
Yeah. Probably.
I wanted the Padres to win, or I was kind of rooting for Philly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess the Astros can win it again.
Let's
As
go
long
with
as the Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the Yankees.
Word.
I hate the Yankees.
Word of my mother.
Not really a big baseball guy. I've been trying to get back into it a little bit.
Yeah.
I used to watch a lot of Reds games back in the day.
God, that must have been torture.
No, it was when like Brandon Brandon Phillips
when they were
and
decent.
Todd Frazier. It's when we were pretty consistently making the playoffs for like
Yeah.
3-4 years. Aroldis Chapman before he like doesn't have a team anymore.
Yeah.
I can't really say much about it because I don't know much about it. So let's go ahead and move on to something more I know about. Something I know more about. Soccer. Football.
Oh, kicky ball.
Kicky ball. Argentina finally gets one. Messi finally gets the one trophy he didn't have, and it's the most important one of them all. Ronaldo goes home like the little bitch he is. I hate Ronaldo. And, hi.
What's up?
And Messi finally gets Messi finally gets his last trophy that he didn't get. Honestly, I was really glad France didn't win. I didn't want them to go back to back. I never like seeing people. They are crazy. Mbappe is insane.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Mbappe is probably the best player in the world right now.
Nah.
Who do you think?
Haaland.
He's too young.
You think so?
Yeah.
He'll be in like 3 years.
Maybe like 4 or 5 years, maybe.
Yeah.
But he's still like 21, 22.
Yeah.
I think Mbappe.
He's the best striker in the world, though. You think so? You don't think so?
Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I think, and he came out and said the next World Cup he's gonna try to play again when he's 41.
Messi.
That would make him play in the most World Cups ever with 6. Over a 24.
Well, that's 24 years, right?
Yeah, 20 or would it be 20 or 24? So 2006, 10, 14, 18, 22. 26. So yeah, a 20-year span. Basically.
Okay. Yeah.
That's insane that someone can play a sport that long and still be competitive at the age of 37.
Yeah.
I was really glad to see Argentina win. I think the U.S. team can be really solid next year because we're so young. I think guys like Pulisic and Weah and Musa, and Tyler Adams and Jedi Robinson. I think they'll all be really good in 4 years. I think they'll all be entering their primes, and I think it'll be a really solid team, like a very United States team, very blue collar, underdog. And I mean, you saw some of it this year. I mean, we tied England, made the knockout stage, was kind of competitive with Netherlands, and the Netherlands, I mean, they went to PKs with Argentina, who won the whole thing. So you can't really complain about the outcome. I think next World Cup, I think we'll make a pretty good push in the knockout stage. Maybe a top 4 if we're lucky, and if we're really lucky, I think we'll probably finish top 8, and lose to maybe a team like Portugal, maybe, because I feel like they'll probably be pretty good because they were honestly pretty good without Ronaldo because he got benched a couple times throughout the tournament. I think we'll be solid though. We don't have much else to talk about this episode. So if you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for tuning in. We finally got to episode 20 after almost a year of filming. We'll have our anniversary episode, the 21st episode, sometime in. It'll probably be around January 6th, 7th. We'll try to get it.
Whoa, January 6th? That's crazy.
Why? The insurrection?
Yeah. I mean, when you think January 6th, you think Basement Boyz happened today.
Yeah. We'll try to do it on the exact day that we did it, but if it's a day or two, give or take, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean.
What?
No. Bro, we should. Oh my God, 24 hour.
I can't do a 24 hour.
Why not?
I'd die.
No, you wouldn't.
Of exhaustion.
No.
We would.
12 hour.
I could do 12 hours.
Let's do 12 hours.
We've done 2 hour streams. We'll do that 6 times over.
We'll do 12 hours. Have a bunch of guests. We'll eat food. We'll watch some shit. We'll play some shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
We could do that.
Let's do it.
Maybe like over like a weekend and a couple months or something. We'd have to plan it out pretty good. Like make sure our Wi-Fi and stuff wouldn't go out.
Yeah.
But thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, subscribe, comment, everything like that. We'll be live in a couple weeks, possibly with Chase and Austin, friends of the show, as a repeat of the first episode. We're going to talk about some NFL, maybe some quarterbacks. And yeah, tune in in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys. Have a good day.